Why do I keep doing this to myself? So I wasn't planning on getting one of these at all. I have been eyeballing them because they have lots of FM synthesis goodness under the hood, and they're really cool actually. Didn't even realize how cool they were until I actually, well, you know, got one. Some lovely young man offered me one for free. So yeah. It's in very good condition, but the reverb, spring reverb, isn't working. So good excuse in true R.O.T studio style to take a peek inside. Well, where do I even begin with this monstrosity? This series of Electones was produced around 1987 and they are fully digital FM synths. And not just meager FM synths either. It actually has 5 YM2414 FM chips in there. For comparison, the Yamaha DX11 this organ is based on only has 1 of these chips. So this thing is basically 5 DX11s in one. Oh, and you can layer up to 4 different sounds on one keyboard, then layer another 3 on the other keyboard. And since it's an organ, you also get foot pedals, an expression pedal, effects such as flanger, delay, a wonderful symphonic chorus, a Leslie emulation and spring reverb. But wait! There's also AWM drum synth with fully programmable sequencer. You can also program in melodies, chord patterns and entire songs into this thing. Oh, and did I mention it sounds amazing? Like, I feel that bass. Okay, 4 screws on the bottom. Easy peasy. Something in the way. Actually opens like a car hood. That's amazing. I think this is for ventilation, but it's a little bit dusty because that opens through this gap here, which are the ventilation slots. But yeah, it does introduce a lot of dust. A lot of dust. Oh boy. Okay, now that's a little bit cleaner. This looks like all the front panel boards. There is some ICs on there, but it's probably just for control. Of course, the keyboard, which has a little board hanging off it. So it has a little daughter board that is like tacked on there with a single chip and a resistor. Okay. Interesting design choice. There's one here too. So I think these chips will be the keyboard scanners. I mean, these have velocity and They have aftertouch, for which I think there's some trimmers here. Offset and gain is a little pressure sensitive strip connector. This goes under the keyboard, so that probably goes to this circuitry over here. And which buffers it and introduce some offsets and some other things, so it can be processed by the rest of the circuitry. And this is probably just purely for the keyboard scanning then, I think. And of course the velocity sensing, that has to happen too. Ah yeah, this is where the RAM cartridge connects to. That's probably maybe an parallel interface chip or something. The real magic happens under there. So I'm gonna need to remove some screws. Okay, big cover removed. Of course, there's a big metal shield on here. There's a what the fuck? That's the spring reverb. It's actually hanging in a piece of cloth. I think it's actually some sort of leather. Keep this in place and lo and behold, there's a spring reverb here. I've never seen a design like this before. It just hangs in a piece of leather cloth. Yamaha has a knack for doing really weird and fascinating things with their designs, and I like it. I really dig it. It's just a little piece of cloth. Goes around this piece of solid core string over here. Just remove it, and there you go. That's one spring reverb. Okay, with the spring reverb out of the way, you can now unscrew this metal sheet and lift it up. And here we are, the core of the synthesizer, of the organ. I'm just gonna call it a synthesizer because that's a big supercapacitor. Holy sh! And there it is. That's the money shot. YM2164. YM2154 is the rhythm chip, so this is what generates all the rhythms. Okay, this chip, the YM3017, is the DAC chip. So there's 1, 2, focus, and I think 3, 2406, so that's another chip, okay. Well, lots of chips in this thing. And there you go. YM2414. That's the money shot right there. There's actually an empty spot too, which I believe is reserved for the HS-6 version of this organ. Here's another one. So yeah, I'm actually missing one. I wonder if I add the missing one, if it would work. That would be kind of funny, to be honest. Right, yeah, there we go. Real OGs. So yeah, lots going on. 2 CPUs, one over there, one over there. A whole row of OPZ FM chips, some DACs strewn around, some RAM and some other interface chips. There's some ICs on here that actually generate the LFOs, the envelopes and all sorts of stuff. After the DACs, a whole bunch of analog circuitry, lots of filtering, probably some reconstruction filters over here. I believe these were Delta Sigma DACs. So yeah, you can see quite a few op amps and filter capacitors and the like. And of course there's probably some switching going on. And yeah, that goes all off to the amplifier board over there. Just 2 Yamaha branded amplifiers. It's a full stereo path, so yeah, stereo signal produced by the synthesizer goes over here. We have 2 amps for full stereo. So yeah, fully stereo signal path, and also the speakers. There are 4 speakers in this thing, also fully for stereo. So and that's definitely contributes as to why this thing sounds so absolutely amazing. And here we have the switch for the knee lever. And I just noticed that this spring is loose, so I need to put that back in there. Okay, there we go. Now it feels much more natural now too. It doesn't flail around so much. Yeah, well, that is just a simple switch, I think. Maybe there's also a potentiometer in there hidden somewhere, but it's pretty impossible to see since everything is covered by plastic. But yeah, this is the knee lever switch for the sustain and such things. Look at the numbers on this supercapacitor. It's 5.5 volts, but is that one or... It's 1 farad. Not microfarads, not millifarads, 1 farad. That is pretty insane. Well, I guess they really wanted lots of power storage for probably the RAM somewhere around here. Oh, that looks like an old RAM chip actually. Yep, 43256, 16L, yep. That is a very typical RAM chip code for the time, so yeah. Sorry for the darkness, but I kind of had to move the light so it's on. I hear spring reverb, so it's a bit quiet though. Yeah, I can clearly feel it in the spring reverb too. Okay. Put it back together because I don't want to spend too long on this because I still have that Olka to restore and I still have some synthesizer modules to develop and sell. So the spring reverb is working, it's just really quiet, so I think maybe the VCA is having trouble with its control voltage or something. But that's for another video because again, I don't want to spend too much time on this. I have many other projects to attend to. However, you know, I had a little bit of explore inside, a little peek inside, a little cleanup, fix the knee lever, so that's at least something. Now, at least I know the spring reverb is working. So, at least it wasn't a waste of time. Now, originally I wanted to record a demonstration video of all the cool sounds of this thing too, but yeah, it's in the living room and I can't actually move it into my studio like straight away. So that's also for another video in the future. Sorry, you'll just have to contend with the meager sound from my camera's microphone because it really does not do the massive sound of this thing justice. It's like these speakers have so much volume and power to them, it's ridiculous. So, but of course I want to also do a direct line out recording, of course. Okay, well I hope you enjoyed this video and see you guys next time.